maybe I just open up with this. I'll just open up with this. When we do go home to where Tasha's from, New Orleans, or we go home to where I'm from, Florida, like we laugh about this because we find it amusing because every time we go back home, we literally go, man, we're going to gain 15 pounds. Like we just know it. We're going back to the South, we're going to gain 15 pounds because of how the mentality is wrapped around food, and the mentality is wrapped around portion sizes of food and how food is prepped and things like that. So I literally was just sitting here thinking, like, I know what the problem is. I know what the problem is. Problem, we're looking for a value meal with everything. We're trying to get the most bang for our buck. I truly believe because we're looking for the value meal when we're trying to seek out certain foods and we're trying to seek out just to grab something real quick. We're trying to find a value, and we're trying to find not only value, but we're trying to get the most bang for our buck so we can feel like we got the value, right? But I want you to think about something though. Like think about like what it's costing, what the cost is of having nutritional discipline. You know what I'm saying? Like that cost is high. It's real high. But I'm gonna tell you something else that has a massive bill as well. And that's the bill of regret. You regret the weight gain. You regret your body imagery perception that you have when you walk past a mirror. No, you regret your lack of confidence when you're inside of a swimsuit. You regret losing control of your emotions because the weight of the world's on your shoulders. You regret the lies that you tell yourself just to get through the day. You regret opting to look for something as a reprieve every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Like you regret your relationship with, regret your lack of faith in your ability to say no more. Like here to tell you, like, no, everything is not going to be okay. It's not, because your bill of regret is higher than what it costs to maintain a meal discipline. So losing and gaining the same 5 pounds, that shit ain't okay. Having one cocktail right now, it ain't okay. Telling yourself you earned this, it ain't okay. Missing, like logging your food and things like that, it ain't okay. It's not raising your standards, it's actually lowering them. And every time you lower your standards, it's costing you. Like for some people, it cost them a foot, lost a foot to diabetes every time just because they lowered their standards. For some people, it's costing them to inject themselves with an insulin shot, not like for a temporary time frame. Is costing them the whole life because they got to do these injections forever because they made the adaptation to say, well, I'm just going to do the insulin injection. That's what the doctor gave me. It's costing them to remain on high blood pressure medication forever because they made the adaptation that lowered their standards to say, well, this is what they gave me, this is what I'm going to take. And what's cold-blooded, the insulin, the high blood pressure pills, all that stuff, it costs. Right now, because of the way my parents have handled their nutritional and meals and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, up until this point, now they're in their 60s, like right now, it's costing my dad the quality of his life right now. He's on forever insulin, it's costing the quality of his life. Right now, my mom's having to take one insulin pill, I think every week or something like that. So it's costing her the quality of her life. So when are you going to like value the quality of your life more than the cost of a fresh damn tomato? When is that reality going to hit? Like when is that reality going to hit that you're gonna have to admit that you hate what you see when you look in the mirror? Then you'll start like raising your standards. You're gonna have to hate hearing, you have to admit that you hate hearing every time you go for your physical. You know what I'm saying? Your doctor's lining up a new line of prescriptions or a new line of things to say, I can just give you this shot to take care of that. You gotta start to hate to hear that stuff in order for you to raise your standard. You're gonna have to hate to admit, like you hate getting naked with the lights on in front of your spouse. That type of stuff will cause you to raise your standard. And I'll be the first to admit, meal prepping, it really ain't that hard, to be honest with you, because that's your value meal. That's your value meal that's gonna put you in the direction of dropping those 10, 15, 20 pounds. So I'm gonna ask you, like, where are you placing your value? Where are you placing your value when you're making these food decisions?